Roman war tactics that changed the world. From the grandeur of their architecture to the complexity of their legal system, the Romans were known for their contributions to human history. However, one aspect of Roman civilization that is often overlooked is their revolutionary approach to warfare. Through their innovative tactics and military strategies, the Romans were able to conquer vast territories and reshape the geopolitical landscape of their time. In this video, we will explore the Roman war tactics that changed the world and examine their lasting impact on the art of war. From the disciplined formations of the legions to the cunning tactics of their generals, the Romans left an indelible mark on the history of warfare and continue to inspire military strategists to this day. Roman army. The Roman army was a force to be reckoned with, a formidable machine that conquered and controlled much of the known world. At its peak, the Roman army was one of the largest and most advanced fighting forces in history, composed of highly trained soldiers and led by skilled generals. But just how big was the average Roman army? The answer to that question is both simple and complex. The size of the Roman army varied depending on the time period and the campaign. At its height, the Roman army was estimated to have numbered between 350,000 to 450,000 soldiers, spread across multiple legions and auxiliary units. But the size of the average Roman army was not always so massive. In fact, during the early days of the Republic, the Roman army was relatively small, consisting of only a few thousand men. As Rome expanded its influence, however, the army grew in size and sophistication, with new legions being added and specialized units being created to deal with specific threats. Despite its size, the Roman army was highly organized and efficient, with each soldier trained to perform their role with precision and discipline. From the foot soldiers to the cavalry, every member of the Roman army was a crucial component in the success of the overall mission. The sheer scale and efficiency of the Roman army allowed it to conquer vast territories and establish one of the most significant empires in history. But even more impressive than the size of the Roman army was the legacy it left behind, influencing military tactics and strategy for centuries to come. The Romans may be long gone, but the memory of their mighty army lives on, a testament to their military prowess and enduring legacy. Weapons and armor. The ancient Romans were a people of great sophistication and ingenuity, renowned for their military might and technological advancements. When it came to weaponry and armor, the Romans were no exception, crafting some of the most advanced and effective equipment of their time. At the heart of the Roman soldier's arsenal was the gladius, a short sword with a pointed blade designed for thrusting and slashing. The gladius, soldiers were equipped with a javelin known as a pilum, which was designed to bend and become unusable after being thrown, preventing the enemy from using it against them. The Romans were also skilled in the art of siege warfare, using powerful weapons such as ballistae and catapults to attack enemy fortifications. To protect themselves, Roman soldiers wore armor made of various materials, such as iron, bronze, and leather, designed to protect them from both swords and arrows. When they were not on the battlefield, Roman soldiers lived a disciplined and organized life, following a strict daily routine that included training, drill, and other duties. They were housed in barracks where they slept in simple bunks and had communal meals. But the Roman army was not just about warfare and discipline. It also played an essential role in Roman society. Soldiers were given land upon retirement, which helped to establish a stable population of landowners who were invested in the success of the Roman state. The weapons and armor of the Roman soldier may have been fearsome, but they were also products of a culture that valued innovation and efficiency. Tactics of the Roman army. The Roman army was renowned for its tactical prowess and discipline, and throughout its history, it employed a variety of tactics that helped it to become one of the most successful fighting forces in history. In the early days of the Roman Republic, the Roman army employed a tactic known as the phalanx, a tight formation of soldiers armed with spears and shields. This tactic was effective against other infantry, but proved to be vulnerable to cavalry charges. As the Roman army grew in size and sophistication, it developed a new formation known as the maniple, a flexible and adaptable formation that allowed for greater mobility on the battlefield. This formation was composed of several smaller units that could move independently, allowing them to adapt to changing circumstances. During the Punic Wars, the Romans faced the formidable Carthaginian general Hannibal, who was renowned for his innovative tactics. To counter Hannibal's superior cavalry, the the Romans developed a tactic known as the double envelopment, where they would surround the enemy on both sides, trapping them in a deadly pincer movement. As the Roman Empire expanded, it faced new challenges from tribes such as the Gauls and Germanic peoples, who were known for their fierce resistance. To counter these threats, the Romans developed a new tactic. The Roman soldier was a master of adaptability, able to adjust to changing circumstances with lightning speed. One tactic that demonstrated this adaptability was the testudo, a formation that allowed soldiers to create a mobile fortress, protecting themselves from incoming missiles and enemy fire. The testudo, or tortoise, was a formation where soldiers would lock their shields together, forming a protective barrier around themselves. The soldiers in the front row would hold their shields above their heads, while the soldiers in the back would hold their shields in front of them, creating a continuous wall of protection. During the later years of the Roman Empire, the army began to rely more heavily on cavalry, using tactics such as the wedge formation, where a group of cavalries would charge into the enemy formation, splitting it in two. Throughout its history, the Roman army was renowned for its discipline and organization, with soldiers trained to perform their roles with precision and efficiency. From the phalanx to the wedge formation, the tactics employed by the Roman army evolved over time, adapting to changing circumstances and new threats. But through it all, the Roman army remained one of the most effective fighting forces in history, a testament to the power of discipline, innovation, and tactical ingenuity. The tactics that are still used today. The tactics of the Roman army are legendary and continue to inspire and influence modern warfare, entertainment, and gaming. One of the most well-known tactics of the Roman army that is still used today is the formation of the tortoise, or testudo. This formation provided excellent protection from arrows and other projectiles, as well as making it difficult for enemies to breach their defenses. The tortoise formation has been used in modern warfare, such as during World War I, and can also be seen in movies and games, such as the popular video game Assassin's Creed. Another Roman tactic that has been adapted for modern warfare is the use of cavalry. Roman cavalry was essential for reconnaissance, flanking, and pursuing retreating enemies. Today, cavalry units are still used by many armies, including the United States military. In movies and games, cavalry charges are often depicted as thrilling and heroic, with riders wielding swords and charging toward their foes. The Roman army also made use of siege weapons, such as catapults and battering rams, to breach enemy fortifications. These weapons were incredibly effective and have been replicated in modern times, particularly in the field of engineering. The design and mechanics of Roman siege weapons have been studied and adapted by engineers and architects to create modern versions capable of demolishing buildings and other structures. In their military tactics, the Romans also made use of psychological warfare to demoralize their enemies. They would often use propaganda, intimidation, and the display of their military might to convince their opponents to surrender. Today, psychological warfare is still a crucial element of modern warfare, with tactics such as propaganda and the use of loudspeakers to spread fear and confusion among enemy forces. From the battlefields of ancient Rome to the screens of movies and games, the tactics of the Roman army continue to captivate and inspire people around the world. Their legacy will always remain with glory in our past, present, and future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.